The most successful people don't fall off the wagon any less than you. They just get back on faster. Anyone can lose weight in the short term if they follow a diet and exercise plan, but if you want to lose weight in the long term, you need to leverage psychology and mindset, which is far easier said than done. In this video, I want to break down common misconceptions of the top 3 weight loss motivational mindset advice out there and provide you an alternative way of understanding and implementing them that's 10x more effective. You should be going, aha, so that's why this hasn't worked for me yet by the end of this video. Hi, Rich and Lucy here, nutritionists at CoachViva.com, the place for analytical thinkers to cut through the noise on where to start and when to level up so they can transform their bodies and live healthy by default. If you too refuse to settle, hide from the facts, or cave to excuses, then subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be notified every week of new science-backed and practical videos to help you lose fat and gain muscle on your terms. And before we begin, I want to quickly announce that a few spots have opened up for the free one-on-one consult for our Badass Body Boss program. So make sure you stay until the end of this video for the announcement on that. Now let's get started.
The first mindset misconception is on consistency. Now don't get me wrong. Consistency is absolutely necessary for long-term weight loss success, but just blind consistency alone is not sufficient. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever stuck with something for months and months and it just never seems to become a habit no matter how consistent you are at it? Even though for others, it seems to take less time to make the same behavior into a habit. So I want to introduce something we invented called the scale of effort, which is the amount of perceived effort towards doing a target habit. Here's how it works. Every new habit falls onto a scale of effort from 1 to 10, where 1 is effortless and 10 is I have to think about this 100% every minute of my waking life or else I'll fall off the wagon. Now, the scale of effort for doing any habit operates according to the following principles. Principle number 1, every action at any scale level can down level if you stick to it consistently for long enough because your body will adapt. Principle number 2, the higher on the scale you start at, the longer you'll have to do it consistently for it to down level. Principle number 3, if you do not do a habit consistently, you will not down level. Think of yourself on a boat at the shoreline of an ocean, and you're trying to paddle to the middle of it. The waves are very rough near the shoreline. If you start high on the scale, you cannot afford breaks, or else you'll be immediately washed back to shore and have to start all over. But if you're lower on the scale, you can afford to take breaks and for longer periods of time without being washed back to shore. So basically, if you start at a higher level of perceived effort, it takes longer. It's harder to stay consistent and you cannot afford breaks. Some people feel like they've been sticking to a habit for many months, but they started at a level 8 or 9 and they take a break from doing the habit like every weekend or every other weekend. And really, if you start that high, each time you take a break from the habit, you are resetting your counter back to 0. So you feel like you have been sticking to a habit for many months, but really you have only been sticking to it for a week or 2. The trick is to pick something that's at a more moderate perceived level of effort. Comment below and let me know what healthy habit are you trying to adopt right now.
Let's talk about the second misconception. Have you ever heard of the phrase, what gets measured gets improved? While that's true, it's not just the wins you need to track if you're in it for the long haul. If you want the best chance of success, track your losses. Does this happen to you? So when I was losing weight, I cycled back and forth between 130 and 150 pounds. I would get this momentum going. And as soon as I got close to 130 pounds, I felt like there would be this inexplicable force that pulled me back into my old habits of overeating and skipping workouts, things that got me back up to 150 pounds. And I just kept cycling back and forth like clockwork. Whenever I picked myself back up on the wagon, I would renew my laser sharp focus on making it past 130, getting below 130, but that didn't work. Because I would just get too comfortable, and as I was getting closer and closer to my breakthrough, ironically, success contributed to my self-sabotage. There's this quote by this guy called Sam Ovens that says, "We are not the highest version of ourselves which we can imagine. We are the lowest version of ourselves which we can accept." Life is more about managing the downsides than the upsides. The downside is more dangerous too because it's often invisible to us. And once you get stuck in the downsides, like regaining your weight back to where you started, you're often stuck there longer than you are in the upsides. Am I right? Here's the cold, hard truth. We as humans will do more to not lose something than we'll do to achieve something. So we often have such a hard time achieving our dreams, but you can bet you'll fight like hell not to breach your standards. Don't believe me? Try not showering for a week. You won't die, but how long do you think you'll last on that challenge, huh? Now, some people already do this. Others won't be able to make it past day 3. That's because their standards for being clean is so much higher. They're just not able to fall below that. So the next time you find yourself slipping back into your old ways when you get close to your goal weight, fine, it'll happen. Just don't let it slip back to where you started. Keep updating your standards. If your old standard was 150 pounds, update it to 145 pounds as soon as you get past that. Then update it again and again. And you know, when people track their progress, they like to track their wins, the streaks. Like how frequently you can hit your calorie goals without breaking your streak, right? While that's great, what nobody talks about is tracking your recovery rate. This is how you leverage your failures. And guess what? The most successful people don't fall off the wagon less. They just get back on faster. If you fall off the wagon, say to yourself, great, now's my chance to practice recovering. Track how long it takes you to recover each time you fall off. Make recovering a game that you can also make progress on. That way, failure is never just failure. It's only failure if you don't recover.
The last misunderstanding has to do with goal prioritization. When you set out on a weight loss goal, conventional wisdom says that you need to prioritize that goal above all others, or else it won't get done. Meal plan, schedule workout into your calendar, set daily reminders to drink water, do whatever you can to keep it top of mind for you. All great advice. However, simply forcing a goal to be your number one priority day after day is not the most sustainable solution for me and you, who are probably very busy with multiple other commitments. Instead of forcing yourself to choose health above your job, relationships, hobbies, etc., it's more effective to integrate everything into one high leverage goal that satisfies most, if not all, your other areas of life that are already competing for your attention. Now, everyone understands the importance of setting goals, but fewer people understand the principle of goal integration, which says that goal setting against one clear core desire accelerates your results significantly. If you have one core desire that satisfies multiple other life areas, you are no longer setting separate, individual, unconnected goals in a vacuum. Instead, you've got one solid, clear target, and every goal you set in any area of your life is directed at that one target. This is what unites the shoulder angels and devils that keep negotiating in your head. When one side says, it's time to do your workout, and the other side says, but you have so much work to do at the office, no, you should skip your workout and finish your work. You'll internally ask yourself, okay, well, is skipping my workout taking me closer or farther away from my core desire of having high energy and being productive every area of my life? And the answer may be, I need to get my workout in because taking care of my body increases my energy, which makes me more productive at work too. But if you have one goal for work, where it's just be more productive at work and get a promotion, and a disjointed separate goal for health to just have more energy, and you never connect the two together, your shoulder angel and devil will be arguing repeatedly because they disagree on what's best for you. So shift from which goal should I prioritize to which goal gives me the most leverage such that things no longer compete for my attention.
Mindset and psychology are powerful tools to leverage, but the how is rarely as clear as the why. If you understand the importance of these concepts we share today, but are having trouble figuring out how to apply them to yourself and implement them to your journey, the Badass Body Boss program may be for you. The program is built for you if you, 1, value learning in depth the science and psychology behind the entire process. 2, believe that weight loss need not be so complicated and that each method out there works for someone at some stage and that you just need a clear path to find your methods for your stage. And 3, are excited by the idea of working in a collaborative fashion with us to build your customized, sustainable roadmap to lifelong success. So if that's you, good news. A few spots have opened up for a free one-on-one consultation call with us. Note, this is not a coaching call in that booking a call does not guarantee you'll be admitted to our program. So if you're serious, click on the link in the description below to book a one-on-one consult for our Badass Body Boss program. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram, and share this video with whoever else you feel could use this information. And be sure to check out these 2 videos to learn more about how to lose fat and gain muscle like a body boss. You can do it.